With the league phase done and dusted, the best from the West head into the knockout stages with 8 teams left fighting for the AFC Champions League Elite title. The teams from Saudi Arabia have led by example this year with Al-Hilal, Al-Ahli and Al-Nassr all cruising through to the knockout stages with ease. Things were relatively comfortable for mid-table finishers Al-Sadd and Al-Wasl as well, while Esteghlal, Al-Rayyan and Pakhtakor were left sweating on the final match day before securing their last 16 spots. And so the remaining contenders were ready to take the next steps towards Champions League glory, with some mouth-watering matchups in store for the fans. High-flying Al-Hilal travelled to Tashkent to take on the resilient Pakhtakor. Powerhouse Al-Ahli headed to Qatar to face off with the exciting Al-Rayyan. And CR7's Al-Nassr made their way to Tehran to take on Iran's last team standing, Esteghlal. And last but not least, there was unfinished business between the evenly matched Al-Wasl and Al-Sadd when they went head-to-head in Dubai. This is how the last 16 first leg clashes unfolded in the West. Al-Ahli cruised through to the knockout stages, finishing second in the league phase behind fellow Saudi side Al-Hilal on goal difference, and now travel to the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium to face an Al-Rayyan team that only just made it through to the last 16 in 7th place. The team from Qatar are without the injured Mahmoud Trezeguet and Tamim Mansour, and so Romarinho as well as Hazem Ahmed come into the starting lineup. There's no holding back by Matthias Jaisle as he fields a full-force starting 11 with Tony, Firmino, Mahrez and Galeno all ready and raring to go in attack, with Vega and Kessie in holding midfield. Now nearly 24 minutes gone in this action-packed first leg, and the action continues. Al-Rayyan with Thiago Mendes from outside the box. Mendy left in no man's land. Mendes unable to find the target. Back the other way in the 29th. As the high-octane football continues here in Qatar. Firmino with a lovely dink into the box. Galeno gets enough on the header and guides it into the far corner. Back across the keeper. His third in all competitions for his new club. Here come Al-Ahli once again. Just a few minutes later, ball inside from Galeno. Ooh, was that a pass back to the keeper? The referee certainly thinks so. And Al-Ahli will have an indirect free kick in a very promising position here. Firmino standing over the ball. Lays it up for Mahrez! And he fires a rocket into the top corner. Well, you can put as many as you want on the line. You're not keeping that one out. Not long to go before half-time here. 2-goal cushion for Al-Ahli. Thiago Mendes with the cross. Garcia with the header. And Mendy gets down early to make a really important save. Keep his team's 2-0 lead intact as the players head down the tunnel for half-time. Into the second half. Both teams picking up where they left off. As the chances continue for Al-Ahli. Firmino denied by Paulo Victor. Al-Ahli coming forward again, this time with Vega. Paulo Victor being kept very busy in this second half. He was kept busy in the first as well. Al-Rayyan looking for any sort of a lifeline here. And over to Roger Guedes. Roger Guedes, and what a finish that is from the Al-Rayyan at number 10. An absolutely beautiful take. Rolls it round the players into the corner. Dums in space out wide. Header back across from Mahrez. Firmino! And an important block by David Garcia. Wouldn't have known too much about it. He was in the right place at the right time. Into stoppage time. Al-Rayyan looking for an equaliser. Guedes lights up a shot. And it hammers off the crossbar. Everyone in the stadium thought that was in. As did Roger Guedes as well, I'm sure. End-to-end action continues. Mahrez on the ball now. Galeno across to the substitute. Feras Albrican! And Al-Ahli have a third. And just how important will that be over the 2 legs? Heartbreak for Al-Rayyan. And to rub salt in the wound, there was a red card for Adam Barreiro for a reckless challenge just before the final whistle. So in the end, Al-Ahli get the job done and take a 2-goal cushion back to Saudi Arabia for the second leg in precisely 1 week's time. An entertaining game in Qatar finishes Al-Rayyan 1, Al-Ahli 3.
Yeah, we knew it was it's a knockout stage, you know. Champions League away, so it wasn't gonna be easy. We was ready to have the difficult game, but we start not that good because they've changed the shape. We was a bit surprised, and then we start playing and scoring first, second, and then second half they pushed a bit, which is normal, but we still had the chances to kill the game, and I think 3-1 is a fair game.
You are a best player today. How do you feel about this?
Yes, I think I had a good game, like a lot of players in my team as well. So it's a team performance today. Everyone, I think, did good, and we're happy to win here. Yes.
What about the next match? With Al-Rayyan, yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna focus next in the league against Kharij. After we think about Rayyan at home, but I think it's a good result for us.
Al-Hilal travelled to Tashkent to face Pakhtakor as the first leg of their last 16 clash gets underway. The side from Uzbekistan only just qualified for the knockout stages, while the Blues from Saudi Arabia finished top of the pile in the West, scoring an impressive 26 goals in the process. Brian Riascos has hit the ground running since joining Pakhtakor in January, with 2 goals in as many Champions League games for his new side. However, the hosts are without their captain, Sabir Hojayev, after his sending off on matchday 8. Mitrovic is still nursing a hamstring injury, so goal machine Marcos Leonardo leads the line alone in attack, with Caio Cesar and Al-Dosari on the wings, and Malcolm in the middle. 8th minute, very strong starts here from the home side in yellow. Pakhtakor coming forward down the left side, ball into Riascos. And the January arrival with a diving header. Tries to nick it inside the near post. Inches wide in the end. Back the other way just a few moments later. Hilal, the slow start to this game. Here comes the delivery, and a header there for Marcos Leonardo. But he too unable to find the target. It was a good cross by Cesar. 27th minutes. Pakhtakor piling on the pressure here, midway through the first half. With a hopeful effort, leaning back there by Hamdamov. Every right to go for goal. Just a minute later, Riascos, upper body strength to hold off the challenge. Whips a ball into the middle. Chance here for Flammarion, and Pakhtakor have the breakthrough. It's the 2 January arrivals combining beautifully. As Flammarion scores his first goal for his new club. Gets in front of the defender, Khalifa Al-Dosari there, and puts it away beautifully. Pakhtakor with confidence running through their veins now. Looking for a second, Alijanov pulls the trigger. Forces a really good save by Yassin Bono. Had to get down early, didn't quite get his hands on it. Managed to keep it out in the end. So 1-0 in favour of Pakhtakor at the break. On the verge of what would be a very, very memorable win. If they can hold on here in the second half. 60th minute of play. Al-Hilal desperately looking for a way back into this. As Caio Cesar tries his luck from outside the box. Saw the space open up. Just drags the effort wide. Al-Hilal coming forward again. A little bit more intent in their play now. And Milenkovic Savic with a free header. Just drifts away from the defender. No one around him. Really should be hitting the goal from there. Pakhtakor. Some nice one-touch football here. Ball forward from Alijanov to Khalmatov. Not once, but twice. Unable to put it in the back of the net. Credit to Kano. He does really well to get back the clearance off the line. Final chance for Al-Hilal. The clock ticking down. Haven't got long left now. Al-Hamdan with the opportunity. Easy save though. So for the first time in 9 meetings between the two sides, Pakhtakor come out on top, but still have to travel to Riyadh next week, where Al-Hilal will try and turn the tide in the second leg. Despite losing back-to-back games on the final 2 match days of the league phase, both Al-Wasl and Al-Sadd have done enough to secure their last 16 places. With their meeting in the league phase ending in a 1-1 draw, it's anyone's guess as to who will take the first step towards the quarter-finals as the sides meet in Dubai for the first leg of their knockout clash. No Caio Canedo today, so the home side begin with Fabio Lima out on the right wing, while there are also starts for Sidibe and Poblete in holding midfield. Akram Afif and Rafa Mujica were both on target against Al Gharafa in the Qatar Stars League on Thursday, with the latter scoring a hat-trick in a 4-0 victory. Just 3 minutes in, early corner here for the home side, all in yellow, Al-Wasl. Saliale, good tenacity to win the ball back, chance here for an early goal. And it's the Al-Wasl captain who gets his side off to a flying start in front of a home crowd here. Does really well to win the ball back, then the cut back, delays the shot, and sweeps it past Buriram and into the back of the net. Al-Wasl coming forward again here in the 21st, looking for a second. João Pedro keeps it alive. Ali Saleh with a chance for a brace. Well, that was 10 times easier than the goal he scored. Just gets underneath the ball as it comes his way. Puts it over. Haven't seen too much from the visitors so far. Al-Sadd looking for their first real chance. His first half, ball comes into Mujica on the spin. Forces a really good save from Khalid Al-Sanani in goal. The first touch is to keep it hard and low. Can't find a way past the Al-Wasl keeper though. It's a stoppage time of the first half. Golden opportunity here for an equaliser. Again, it's the Spaniard Rafa Mujica with the opportunity. Al-Sanani gets a fingertip to help it onto the crossbar. Keep his side's 1-0 lead intact, heading into the second 45. Early into the second half here. Well, not dealt with. Stopped on the line once, twice by Yusuf Atal. Fantastic work on the goal line there. The Al-Sadd defender, danger not over here as the ball comes back in. And the header sails over the crossbar. Jung Seung-hyun unable to keep it down. But fantastic defending just moments before that by Yusuf Atal. Al-Sadd looking for an equaliser. 68th minute, Akram Afif with the header to the back post. And it's the substitute, Al-Yazidi, who heads it home from close range. He's only been on the pitch for a few minutes, and what a way to announce your arrival. Beautiful delivery, well-taken header as well. All square here between Al-Wasl and Al-Sadd in this first leg. A little over a quarter of an hour still to go. Nothing to separate the two sides as things stand. Buriram, a good save at his near post, what he should be making. Corner for Al-Wasl, and it's off the crossbar from Fabio Lima. Another superb delivery, this time from Ali Saleh. Fabio Lima denied by the woodwork. And so an entertaining first leg ends all square at 1 apiece in the Zabil Stadium in Dubai. And with everything still up in the air, the return fixture promises to be a nail-biting affair when Al-Wasl and Al-Sadd go toe-to-toe again in 7 days' time. The Champions League Elite round of 16 matchups get underway as Esteghlal welcome Al-Nassr to the Asadi Stadium for the first leg. While the Saudi side secured their place in the next round early, the hosts needed results elsewhere to go their way on the final match day of the league phase to seal a spot in the knockout stages. Bojovic makes one change to the side that lost to Persepolis in the Persian Gulf Pro League on Thursday, with Kushki replacing Islami on the left wing. With Ronaldo unavailable for the first leg, Pioli decides to go with Mane and Duran in a front two, with Angelo starting on the left wing and Ayman Yahya coming into the side on the right. 5 minutes gone, and an electric start here from both sides. Great atmosphere here in the Asadi Stadium as we see our first chance of the game go just wide of the far post. by Brozovic. 20 minutes gone. Al-Nassr starting to find their rhythm. Lovely ball over the top for Duran. Great save by Husseini, and then an even better one on the line from his defender, Sheshmi. Stands his ground well. And then Sheshmi takes it right on the noggin. Superb positional play. Haven't seen too much from Esteghlal yet. They've defended well, but going forward, yet to create any clear-cut opportunities. Shot from distance, and it's a fantastic save at the other end as well. Saleh Hardani puts his boot through it. Bento parries it away. Yahya forward to Duran. Into the path of Angelo. Angelo back inside to Duran. Chance here for the opening goal. And still it remains goalless. Hosseini with another fantastic stop. Comes off his line quickly and keeps it at 0-0 here at the break. Into the second half. Esteghlal starting to look a little more dangerous now. Ball in from the left. A free header. But sadly, Ramin Rezayan, a little off balance, unable to find the target. 57th minute now. Brozovic does well to win possession. The ball over the top, an early take from Duran as he tries to chip Husseini, who had work to do there. Full stretch, gets a hand to the ball. A little over 20 minutes still to go. Yeah. Encounter between these two, ending 1-0 in favour of Al-Nassr in the league phase. And very nearly 1-0 there. John Duran, 4 goals in the Saudi Pro League, yet to find the back of the net in the AFC Champions League, though. He's not going to get much closer than that. 76th minute. Al-Nassr coming forward again, desperate to take a lead back to Saudi Arabia with Duran now, perhaps. And of course, that man Husseini gets a hand to the ball yet again. What a game the Esteghlal keeper's having. Question now is, will these missed opportunities come back to haunt Al-Nassr as Esteghlal come forward here? Kushki lines up the shots. Plenty of pace and power, but straight at Bento. Esteghlal looking for a late winner with some late pressure here. But another opportunity, Rezayan into Kojo, but the header's just wide. So in the end, Al-Nassr create plenty of chances, but fail to take any of them against a resilient Esteghlal in Tehran, as the first leg ends in a goalless draw, all to play for when they meet again in 1 week's time. The AFC Champions League is never short of surprises, and the first legs of the last 16 in the West were no exception. Pakhtakor raised some eyebrows and got off to a perfect start with a massive home win against a wasteful and somewhat shell-shocked Al-Hilal. There were plenty of missed opportunities for Al-Nassr as well, as they were held to a goalless draw by a determined and well-organised Esteghlal. Al-Ahli were the only Saudi side to pick up where they left off in the league phase, with another solid display in front of goal against an impressive but ultimately disappointed Al-Rayyan. And as expected, there was little to separate Al-Wasl and Al-Sad as their meeting ended all square, just as it did in the league phase. Can Al-Hilal turn things around in Riyadh? Is there life left in Al-Rayyan when they travel to Jeddah? Can Al-Nassr save face in front of a home crowd? And can Al-Wasl and Al-Sad finally settle the score? All will be revealed when the teams meet again for the second leg on the 10th and 11th of March. Of course, the last 16 would be incomplete without 8 teams from the East having their say as well. It was the teams from Japan who were the standout performers, with Yokohama, Kawasaki and Vissel Kobe all comfortably advancing to the round of 16, with the former two securing places 1 and 2 in the table. Joining them were Malaysia's JDT and Thailand's Buriram United, after convincing displays throughout the league phase. And finally, there was room for 2 teams from China as well, with Shanghai Shenhua and Shanghai Port securing a place in the knockout stages on the final day of action. And so it was time for knockout football to get going in the East, as table toppers Yokohama travelled to the Pudong Stadium to take on Shanghai Port, while Kawasaki also headed to China to face Shanghai Shenhua. Buriram and JDT went toe-to-toe in Thailand, and Vissel Kobe welcomed Gwangju FC to the Misaki Park Stadium. The stage was set, the teams were ready, and this is how the first legs of the last 16 went down in the East. Kawasaki Frontale lost just 2 games during an impressive league phase, but one of those defeats came against last gasp qualifiers from China's Shanghai Shenhua. Now the teams meet again for the first leg of the last 16 knockout stage, with a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs. Well, over half an hour gone. Very few chances at either end. Now perhaps visitors, Kawasaki Frontale, they find the back of the net. Will the goal count though? That is the question. Yasuto Wakizaka in an offside position, comes back from it to score. VAR says no. Still 0-0 here. Edging towards the half-time whistle. Nice little 1-2 there. Ball inside to Marcinho. A full stretch. Gets a touch on the ball, but can't help it towards goal. Courageous goalkeeping from Bao Yaxiong in goal. Takes it to the midsection. Full force there from Marcinho. Deep into stoppage time for the first 45. Very little from Shanghai Shenhua so far. Perhaps the opportunity. Little dink. A good save in the end. Fantastic effort there from the captain, Wu Shi. Lovely control. Does really well to get the shot off as well. So, nothing to separate the two sides at the break. As we head into the second 45. Shanghai Shenhua, a good start to the second half here. Wilson Manafa puts in an early cross. And a diving header from Liu Chengyu. Goes just wide. Did really well to get in front of the defender. And can't guide it into that bottom corner. 66th minute now. Shanghai Shenhua, a lot more rhythm in their play. Chan Shinichi to Texera, back to Shinichi, cut back inside, and Amadou skies his effort over the crossbar. What an opportunity for the home side there. Oh, Shanghai have been so much better in this second half, piling on the pressure. Texera sees his shot blocked. Manafa puts it in, and I'm pretty sure his effort was off target, but it doesn't matter, because Kota Takai toe pokes it into the back of his own net. It's unfortunate for Kawasaki, but what an important goal for Shanghai Shenhua, who draw first blood with a slender 1-0 win at home. But with everything still to play for in the second leg, there's still hope for Kawasaki to turn things around and move on to the quarter-finals. Vissel Kobe welcomed Gwangju FC to the Misaki Park Stadium to kick off their last 16 clash in the East. Both sides comfortably qualified for the last 16 stage with mid-table finishes and just 1 point separating the two sides. However, it was the team from Japan who came out on top with a 2-0 victory when they met in the league phase. And Vissel Kobe would get off to the better start again here today in the first leg. The shot from distance from Haruya Ide. Kim Kyung-min called into action early. The home side setting the tone in the opening stages, and they would continue to do so, piling on the pressure. 20th minute here. Ball in towards the near post. Header off the crossbar. And Yuya Osako there with the follow-up. A well-taken header as he places it into the far corner, out of reach for Kim Kyung-min, the 34-year-old. His second Champions League goal, 4th in all competitions this season. Not long later, Vissel Kobe coming forward again, absolutely dominating his first 45. Osako this time with the cross, and Ide this time with the goal. Both involved once more. The Silver Fox in the box, turning into the provider from out wide. And Haruya Ide with a well-placed header in off the post to make it 2. Haven't seen much from Gwangju so far. Such a convincing start to the league phase. Struggling to create anything going forward here today, though. Now their best chance of the half. Yasser Asani with the run inside. Kim Han-gil in his efforts over the crossbar. So comfortable 2-0 lead for Vissel Kobe heading into the second half. The second half not quite as action-packed as the first. This, the first real opportunity in the 57th minute. Nanase Ino, danger not over. The second opportunity following shortly thereafter. Daiju Sasaki just leaning back on the efforts. Ino with the first, his shot blocked. Sasaki unable to keep his effort down after cutting into the box from that left wing. 64th minute. Last real chance of the game belong to the visitors, Korea Republic. Asani had 7 goals in the competition this season. Things not quite going his or Gwangju's way today, though. So Vissel Kobe secure a 2-0 win in front of a home crowd and take the first step towards a place in this season's quarter-finals, while it's back to the drawing board for Gwangju.
It's an all-Southeast Asian clash in the AFC Champions League Elite round of 16 as Thai table toppers Buriram United take on Malaysian champions Johor Darul Ta'zim. With JDT on red-hot home form, Buriram will surely need to take advantage of this first leg in Thailand to try and give themselves a firm foothold in the tie. Brazilian forward Vissel begins up front, having scored 20 times in the league this season. For Johor Darul Ta'zim, Obregon and Chese are both on the bench despite their fine scoring form of late. Bergson, Vieira and Ayman get the nod as the attacking trio from the start, for the side which progressed from the group in an impressive 3rd place. JDT with the free kick from the right side. It's sent in by Jonathan Vieira. Bergson was up there trying to get on the end of it, couldn't make the contact. 6.5 minutes gone, neither side as yet looking too close to making an early breakthrough in this tie. Bergson couldn't quite get the head on it, he wasn't far away. Buriram throw. Going to go straight down towards the byline for Bisoli. It has to be touched away by keeper Subiare. It might not be clear quite yet though. The shot on the follow-up coming in from the edge of the box. Goran Kalsic having the shot deflected away wide. 20 minutes gone, and Buriram are really starting to go for this now. Buriram in possession down the right-hand side. They'll send in the early cross from the right. It's headed away by Park. Bisoli's there! That was not a bad effort at all. Vissel with the half volley. It would have been a spectacular opening strike. Ultimately, a bit too high and wide. Dion Cools now with a bit of space down the flank. He'll send something across. Boake's in the middle. The defender did just enough. Boake couldn't get the contact on it. Goalless at the break in Buriram. That will probably suit JDT the better of the two sides. It's booted high and long for Buriram. Martin Boake might be underneath this. Boake could have been in. 5 minutes into the second half, he can only prod the ball well wide of the post in the end. But a positive start to the second period for Buriram United. They are upping the ante in this tie now. Jules flicks the pass with the outside of the boot. It's Bisoli looking to cut inside, trying to get the shot on target. It took a touch on its way through. Technically, that one came off the arm of Eddie Israfilov, but the arm was down by his side. The deflection in the end taking the ball to safety. The home team send it out towards Lucas Crispim. He's got space for the cross, and a header towards the top corner. 65 minutes gone, and that's the closest that anybody's come to breaking the deadlock here. Muyanta with the header. Neil Etheridge with an excellent stop to tip it behind. Buriram really trying to get themselves that first leg lead now. They've spent a lot of this second half on the attack. Jules with the corner. Time running out in the home leg for Buriram. He's going to send this directly towards the back post. Etheridge was scrambling a bit there. The corner not too far away from flying straight in. But out it goes. Buriram just can't find the back of the net. It finishes goalless. A brave performance from Buriram, but they could not bring the thunder to this first leg. The away trip to Malaysia will look pretty daunting without an advantage in their pocket, but they're still right in the fight for a last 16 spot.
Yeah, we play today a little bit more to defend, but we try our best tonight and we get 0-0, and then in Johor we give 200% to win this game.
How how do you build on this performance next week to go to the quarters finals?
Yeah, of course, we play in home. We have a fan, we have everything. We give our best and we want to win in Johor.
Yokohama walked away with a 2-0 win when Shanghai Port welcomed them to the Pudong Football Stadium on match day 8 of the league phase, and just over 2 weeks later the teams meet again in China for the first leg of the last 16 knockout stage. Almost a quarter of an hour gone, not too many chances at either end. Shanghai coming forward here with their first real opportunity. It comes to nothing in the end. Mateus Vissel not quite warmed up, perhaps. It's the shots, all sorts of wrong. Edging towards the half-hour mark. Really close contest between these two. Interesting ball forward into the box. A nice little cutback. It's come off the defender. And Anderson Lopez was lurking at the back post and ready for the ball that came his way. Great reactions on the header. Little fortunate to see it come his way in the first place, but made no mistakes with the finish. 1-0 for the visitors from Japan. Shanghai have been decent at getting the ball into the final third. Haven't done much with it once it's there, though. And that's a perfect example of just that. Gustavo gets the shot off. Can't find the target. So 1-0 at the break here. To the second half we go. 60th minute of play. Sloppy defending there. Could be a chance on here for Yokohama to double their lead. A good stop by Yan Junling. Won't be happy with his defense. Unable to clear their lines properly. Wanaka with the ball to Mateus. Find a way past the Shanghai keeper. Back the other way here in the 69th. Is there a way back into the game? Substitute on the ball, and very nearly an instant impact off the bench. Danger not over yet. Eventually the block takes it wide. Li Shuai thought he might have scored there. Not sure if the keeper gets a touch on it. Don't think he does. Time running out for Shanghai. Need to avoid conceding a second here, which would make life difficult in the second leg. And that is world-class defending from Browning. Ball finds its way to Anderson Lopez. Nagato there for the follow-up, but Browning with an outrageous block. And so, at the end of a physical contest with little to separate the two sides, Yokohama secure a slender and hard-fought 1-0 victory in Shanghai. As expected, the teams in the East put on quite the show in the first legs of knockout action, but all 4 encounters are far from over. Yokohama gave themselves something to work with in the return game after picking up a 1-0 victory in China against Shanghai Port, while fellow Japanese side Kawasaki find themselves a goal down after losing to Shenhua in Shanghai by the same scoreline. Buriram and JDT both failed to find the back of the net, with their game ending in a goalless draw. And Vissel Kobe got off to a dream start at home by putting 2 goals past Gwangju FC in the Masaki Park Stadium. Can Shanghai Port and Kawasaki Frontale turn over a 1-goal deficit in the second leg? Will it be JDT or Buriram who take the next step? And does Gwangju have what it takes to return the favour when Kobe come to town? The action returns on the 11th and 12th of March, and we can't wait to see how it all unfolds in the East. While some teams have laid down the foundations for a path to the quarterfinals, others must now dig deep to keep their title hopes alive. But with the second legs just around the corner, we all know that nothing is set in stone just yet, and that there are plenty of surprises, twists and turns waiting for us on the horizon. So make sure you join us for the return legs from the 10th to the 12th of March, when we find out who goes home and who is left still fighting for this year's AFC Champions League Elite crown.